Hello everybody! In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a data store service in Roblox Studio. Now, what a data store service does is that when a player leaves, it takes data from the leader stats or the leaderboard or anything that you want to choose, and it saves it so when the player joins again, it loads the data. But in this video, I'm just going to be covering the leader stats for a player. It's just going to be covering how to make a leader stat save for a player. So, let's get into it. First of all, what we're going to need is we are going to need a couple of things. We're going to need to add in a script, and then inside the script, we're going to need to add in a module script. Now, the module script is going to be the data store handler. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to name it Datastore handler, and then the script, I'm going to name it main. Wait 1 second. There. So, in the main, I'm going to do local data store handler equals require script dot data store handler. This makes it so that when the script runs, it's going to basically run the module. Now, what we're going to need here, so inside the module, what we're going to need is we're going to need the players, game, get service, players. We're going to need players, then also we're going to need data store service. Oh my goodness. Game, get service, data store service. Then we're also going to need to get a data store. I'm going to name this one player data equals, then data store service, game, oh, I didn't add an equal right here. Oopsie. Data store service, get data store, then name this player data. So what I'm going to be doing here is since this is a module script, I'm going to need to have a table. I'm going to name this whatever I want. I'm going to name it data store handler, which is the name of it, but the first letter is always lowercase. The first word always has lowercase. And down here, I need to add this. I need to add that always. There's no way for me to not add it. I need to add it for it to work. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is I am going to have, this is actually going to be a thing from a data store service from a book. So it's, because I don't know how to make one. So, I'm going to be a bit slow. Now this is going to make sure how many, it's going to take, it's going to try this data store underscore retries. That's how many times it's going to try to, that's how many times it can retry to get a thing, to get data store. Now, let's add in functions. Now, the first function, wait, as for that, I need another table, name this session data. This is going to hold all the data for the players. So functions. Let's add in a functions. Now, let's make it. So, we're going to add in a function. Players stat. Look, so we're going to get this name. We're going to get that name, then add in a dot, and then change stat. So what this does is that when I copy this, so basically I can just do this, data store handler dot, okay, I need to finish this, data store handler dot change, data store handler, require script dot data store handler, dot change stat. Then we're going to do hi. We're going to do MSG. This is just a test. It's to show you what it can do. So play in the output, change size not a member of Datastore service. Oh, that's because look, Datastore service, Datastore handler. I forgot to add in that. Hi, it prints hi. Okay. Now look, if I change this to, let's do hello world, it's going to print hello world. There we go. So that is what it can do. You can call this from different scripts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that when this gets fired, it's going to change a player's stat. Now we're going to do player stat name, and then also value. So this is going to be the value that's added to it. This is going to be the name of the stat, and then this is going to be the player that's going to be changed. What we do here is we are going to do session data player, the player's name, then the stat name is going to be plus. It's going to be plus equal value. So it's going to be a number, and its value is going to be plus. Its value is going to be added. It's going to be added. That condenses it down to one line. So that's good. That makes it really good. Now, you can make these local functions. I don't know really what they do, but but for the sake of this, I'm going to make it local functions. This is going to be our second function right here, Datastore retry. Datastore function. This is going to be like the get async or set async for the Datastore handler. Now, inside this, we're going to do tries. We're going to add a couple of arrays. Tries equals 0. Success equals true. And then also data equals no. Now tries, this is when the tries reaches Datastore retries, which would be free. You can change this to whatever you want. I'm going to change it. I'm going to keep it as free. When tries equals free, if success is equal to false, then we'll give an error. So basically, it's going to have a repeat until success or tries equal Datastore retries. It's going to keep on doing this. It's going to keep on doing whatever is in the repeat until loop until success is equal to true or tries is equal to free. Now, inside the repeat until loop, we're going to do tries plus equal 1. Then success equals pico function. This makes it so that if success, basically this makes it so that if success is going to be true or false. If there's no errors in here, success is going to be true. If there is an error, then success is going to be false, and we're going to repeat again. It's going to be data equals Datastore function. Now you need to add the closed brackets here, because if you do not, you're going to get an error. So at the end here, we're going to check if there is if not success, then we're going to do task.wait 1 second. We're going to wait 1 second before retrying again. Now at the end here, we are going to do another one. If not success, then we are going to do error. Could not access Datastore. Data might not save. Now wait, so this is really useful. Now this basically makes it so that every single time, if there is no success and you cannot get the data, then it will give you an error, and you can try and fix it. At the end of all that, we are going to add in a return. Let's repeat: return success, space data. Bye. What's up? Hello, I'm back. My dad came and I had to pause it for a bit. And I had to pause the video. So we just did the Datastore retry function. Now, next function will be getting the player data, like getting it, so we can use it. Okay. There. We're going to name it local function get player data. And we're also going to get, and then the parameter is going to be the player. We're going to return the Datastore retry the function. Then we're going to put in function right here, that. And we're going to return again player data, the Datastore, get async player dot user ID. So the data is going to be the user ID. The data for the player is going to be put under their user ID, which is unique for every single player. That means it cannot be hacked unless you're on the same account. Now, that is all done. Now let's do a new one. We're going to do a new thing. We're going to do a different function. Save player data. That's going to be the same player, except we're going to save the player's data. Except we're going to save the player's data. That's just an email from my friend. We're going to check inside of the session data folder, well, not folder, table, if there is a new table inside of it called player. If there is, then we're going to do return Datastore retry. Then function, then this again. Return the player data Datastore. Then set async this time. Player dot user ID, that's what it's going to be under, and then the data is going to be session data player. Basically, that's just going to save it. And then finally, we're going to add in, this is almost the last function. Local function set up player data, and it's going to take the player. Now, we're going to take local, success, space data equals data. We're going to get player data, then player. Okay? So if there's no success, if not success, then we are going to do session data player equals false. So there's nothing inside of it. Else, if there is success, if not data, then session data player equals nothing. Basically, it's just going to, what you're going to put in here, what we're going to put in this table, is we're going to put every single thing we're going to do. So, let's say I want to put in tokens. Let's say your currency is coins. We're going to do coins equals 0. Because coins is going to be currency and coins is going to be set. So that works. And then everything else, like XP equals 0, stuff like that. So then after that, we're going to save the player's data. If there is success and there's data, then session data player equals data. That means everything was in. After that, we are going to add in a signal that's going to detect when a player joins. Players dot player added connect function player. Now I could just do setup player data right here, but what I'm going to do instead is look right here inside of main. I'm going to add in a new folder. I'm going to name this player leader. I'm going to name this leader stats. Actually, I'm going to name this player data player data folder. Inside of it, we're going to add a new folder. Name this leader stats. Inside of it, and then inside the leader stats folder, I am going to add in a number value and name this what I put right here. Coins equals 0. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna make it so that every single thing inside player data f, the folder player data f, I'm gonna put every single thing in here. I'm gonna copy every single thing from the underneath it into the player. So that's just going to be a simple for loop. For child, that's what, it's just easy. For child in script dot player in script dot what player data f. Oh wait, no, this is the, okay, so this is the, okay, I forgot. So local for space. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back again. I just had to do one last thing, and that is good. So this is the for loop. For underscore comma space. This is useless. Basically, it's useful for tables. Child in script. So this the parent, which would be the main. Then you find this and all of the children inside, which would be leader stats, and then coins. Leader stats, which would have coins inside of it. It's going to clone the child. Then the child clone is going to be put in to the player. That's just really simple. Then right here we do set player data player. So then it's going to do all of this, get all of it, and it works. Hooray! Now I need to add a new signal. Players dot player removing connect, then save player data, and it will take the player. That's really easy, and the video is almost done. I just need, or wait, no, not this. I need to make it this player that, then save player data player, then after that I need to set session data player equals no. So there's none, so it's not existent anymore. But one final function needs to be added for this all to work, and that would be the update board function at the very, very top above any other functions. Local function update board player, then for underscore comma, let's actually do I comes basically in session data player is going to find it, then player dot leader stats, it's going to find I, then the value of it is going to be E. So this all works. We just need to add this update word function in a couple places. Right here, we're going to need to add right here. And then in one last spot, let me just look real quick, in between the setup data player. So just go down right here, setup player down, right here, update word player. Now, this should all work and save it, but I'm gonna make it so that will. So game.players.player add connect function player. We're going to do task.wait. We're gonna wait 3 seconds. Then we're going to do data store handler. That change stat. We're going to change the stat. The player is going to be player. The name is going to be coins. And then the value we're going to add. Let's add 5. So it's going to change our coins by 5. So when a player gets added, it's going to wait 3 seconds and change it. Let's look. Player. Play. So coins are 0. Let's wait. Just wait a tiny bit. Okay, wait, why is it not working? Is there an error? Oh, there is. Oh, right. So I forgot about this. Very important stuff. What you need to do before you test it, I'm so sorry that I forgot. Look, you need to go to game settings. Datastore tutorial, that's the name I set. You need to go to security. You go security here. You need to do this. Enable Studio access to API services. This is what allows the data store to work. Now, when I save it, it's just going to go back to normal. Play. Let's open up this. So 0 coins, no errors so far. Look, 5 coins. Then when I stop and play again, look, 5 coins. Wait 3 seconds, 10 coins. So that is the tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and see you later.